Out of there.
Yeah,
Oh, well,
trying to
right
get
now I know
videos.
where she drinks.
There's Uncle Jim. How are you, Uncle Jim?
Fine.
Good, good. We're gonna wait for the arrival of Bonnie.
Yes, right.
Yeah, we're gonna get a picture of Bonnie. We've been sitting here just sharing a few things on
Oh,
pictures and whatnot. And here. Wow, look who we have here.
Hello.
Yeah, she's all fixed up. Got all her, yeah, she looks good. Got all her nice looking outfit on, and we got a little visitor cat here,
Kitty Hawk.
Kitty Hawk. George calls him Molly too. And
Yeah, she does. She looks just like
just
Molly.
like him, acts just like her. So
See,
that's
Marianne named Molly.
yeah.
So when this cat came along, they couldn't think of a
Name
name.
yeah, already been taken out. Should have been Molly too. George had it right. Yeah. So you got if you I don't know what time tomorrow is. You think Louise will want to go see Pop tomorrow?
Oh yeah, probably.
Yeah. So I don't know what time that'll be though. So
Well, come here, Kitty Hawk.
hopefully
I probably won't be able to come because I won't have a car.
she'll be busy somewhere.
Well, she's gonna be down at that thing at church tomorrow.
Yeah. Well, if it changes, give us a holler and we'll let you know
It's
what time.
farther to church than it is to your house.
It's farther to the church.
It's 25 miles to the church
Oh
from
my
where I
goodness.
live.
You didn't find one closer?
It's only 19 miles to here from where I live.
Oh.
I gotta see if I
I
can get.
think Bobby's 6 miles from here.
It's not very far.
No, it's not too far.
It's not very far from us either because all I gotta do is go up 484 to Bellevue.
Oh.
So,
That must have been the road we were down once yesterday.
Yeah, boy, we took a long way. 6 miles must have been about 60 for us the other day. We went a long way around the world.
Yeah, just today we started out to go for breakfast and I kept going around in a circle. We kept coming back to where we were. Finally, I
Oh,
saw,
well, yeah, today through
Finally, I
every
saw-
parking lot we could find.
finally I saw 441. I said, okay, let's just go 441.
You get on it and go, huh?
Cause in
You
here,
think about it, as many, I've only been here about 2 or 3 times. I still have to have GPS to get me here because there's so many turns and all.
Yeah.
I do too. I use it. Yeah, coming in.
well, everything looks alike.
It does.
But
That
I
light is
knew when we
throwing
turned
it off
was on
from
the right
behind
road,
it.
'cause I remember that road.
I'm gonna get in front of
Your
you
address
so
is
the
right on my
light's not.
GPS, or
Oh,
hers.
good.
I got 2 GPSs.
Yeah, that's better.
Mine, I don't even know if it works anymore. That battery's probably corroded in there since I've used it.
Yeah.
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 She gets out of there, I'm gonna go to the bathroom.
Yeah, and then I'll get her on candid camera.
Stella and Bud and Sean and Tina, here she comes. Here she comes. Here comes Miss America.
There goes Molly too in the background. Okay. Oh, here's Miss America. Okay, Mr. America is gonna take a break, and
Yeah,
now we're gonna get the. Now we got the bride of Mr. America, the real part of it, real part of that
Yeah,
duo.
we'll have our 49th wedding anniversary in November.
49, huh?
49.
Stella, Bud, Sean, and Tina are supposed to be here
Yeah.
in November? Yeah. I forget what dates.
I think you said November. Yeah, I don't remember. What you
don't
said for
remember the
date.
dates either.
Do you want me to talk to you so you can get my voice in your video?
Oh, you're doing just fine. Why you want me to take it off you for a minute? I go back to Peggy. She's doing just fine. She's really comfortable.
Yeah.
There she is. She assumed the position.
Where'd my kitty cats go?
They all disappeared.
Yeah,
somewhere.
they bailed
They
out
all
on you. I did get
disappeared.
Molly too on camera though.
Molly two's on the
Now
camera.
I got you both on
Molly
camera.
2. Who's Molly 2?
Oh, that's Marianne's
This is
cat.
my
The little,
sweetie pie.
Yeah, Sweetie Pie's about dead. Been up since 4 o'clock this morning, so I'm ready to hit the sack.
I
She
bet.
was in
Yeah,
the
that's a
kitty
rough day.
box.
This morning?
Well, 4:20. I woke up at 4, but I
I
got
thought I
up
looked
at
at the
4:20.
clock and it said 5 something. I guess I couldn't see.
Well, I really
5
appreciate
something
you guys coming over.
5 something
And,
is what time.
so I'm
it is.
gonna-
No, I didn't get to see you that often, so, and she called me not too long ago and said that you were coming down in August sometime, and she said she called me, so I did. She did.
Yeah, and we have been quite occupied. And I thought about it last night. I meant to say something this morning to her, and I'm glad she thought about it because she said something a little while ago, and says,
You're done, I'm gonna sit down.
and I said,
Well,
oh
you're,
shoot, I forgot all about it. I thought about it last night, so then that's when she called you.
Your slippers are still in that, you might as well take them home with you.
Where at?
They're in that basket, aren't they?
What is Scooby-Doo's shoes?
Yeah. Is Scooby-Doo in there?
I think so. Yeah.
Very
Now you can't
good.
see 'em.
Oh yeah, you seem good.
Scooby-Doo.
This is
Okay.
my thing she got.
Well, this is
She says, he's not
high
gonna
def
come over
camera.
and see me, so take him home. Well, I don't come over because I don't wanna come over and bother you. And you're a busy, busy lady.
Well, every chance I get to do something, I do it.
Yeah,
It's quite lonely around here without Bobby.
yeah, nobody is, no, that's terrible. Yeah, I can see that.
Okay, your turn. Get myself out of the way.
I gotta sit down and put my shoes on. Oh,
I think the shoehorn disappeared.
but I can come over if you just say, hey, come on over. I want them lonely. I gotta have somebody here.
Well,
But you know, Mary Ann, I don't know how often she comes over, but she's busy probably too.
well, we try to do.
But you're
things
not-
together.
Not very far from her house.
No, we're 5 miles. Yeah, it's 5 miles.
I bet I couldn't find her place again. I only been there one time.
I bet you couldn't find it either.
I was there one time, and that's been years back.
Oh, yeah.
We first started, I got a hold of you, and this mine, I drove over here, Lady Lake. So,
You still lived up in Ocala.
I lived over on,
45th Court or 30th Place?
I don't know where we did.
Because Bobby and I showed up at your house once unannounced, without even knowing we were coming, and you were having a birthday party for Jim, weren't you?
Yeah,
We invited you, yeah,
I think it was when he turned 60.
60, yeah.
How many years ago was that?
About 11 years old, well,
13.
no,
13 years ago?
I'm not that old.
You're 12,
Come
13
on.
years ago.
You're 73?
I'm not 73.
He's 71. So
That'd
it
be
was
11 years ago then, okay.
Give or take.
11 years. Well, I like your math.
Hey, I'll tell you what, I just barely squeaked out of high school graduating with a D in math, so.
That's not your strong point, huh?
No, it's not my
Is that what
strong
you're
point.
saying? Yeah, we kinda noticed.
I had a strong point.
You didn't quite have to
You,
tell us
you
that.
got a good memory, but math isn't it.
Very true.
Oh dear.
Well,
That's
you
cute.
remember that we've been married almost 49 years.
Yeah, well, that's what I say, you got a good memory, but you didn't have to add to get
Oh,
that
yeah,
one.
what year did you get married?
Yeah, then do the math. See, that's how I find things out.
November
I have to do
2014 would
the
be
year.
your 50th year.
So when were you married?
November 8th, 1964.
And Bobby was there when we were married.
Oh, why were you married? In Hawaii?
No,
First Baptist Church in Spencerville.
Oh, okay.
And your dad was it? Grandpa was there, Jim, and all that at your wedding and stuff. Grandma
They were
and
all
all.
there,
They were all there. Mm-hmm.
yeah. Grandma and Grandpa, my mom and dad,
Your mom
my
there. Mhm.
sister. I think my brother was there, I don't know. I know my sister was there because she was my maid of honor.
Oh. Oh, that was the other thing too. I was on Google because I didn't know how to spell gladiolus. I never did.
Gladiola.
Gladiola, Gladiola.
I never did find it. I was saying glad always, I was saying glad, you know, everything, but I never did.
Glad you're old.
Sure
That was,
makes you all
hey,
look
that was
good.
pretty good there, Uncle John.
I'm
That was,
still here.
yeah,
Like I
that
said,
was pretty witty.
He has developed a wonderful sense of humor in the last 48 and a half years,
No
mostly
bad.
to defend himself.
You didn't have a
Good.
choice, huh?
No,
No,
now if I could just work on the negative attitude.
no negative attitude. I know it's bad.
Uh-huh.
When you are in my shoes, then you can have it.
I wouldn't wear your shoes, they're too big.
I don't know what that, those are as big as these are.
No, these are only a 7 1/2.
Well, see, I take 2 sizes bigger than Bonnie does.
Well, actually, that's 7 1/2 men's size. If I buy a woman's size, it's a 9.
Oh.
If I buy men's shoes, I can wear a 7 1/2 wide. If I buy women's shoes, it has to be a 9 wide.
Oh, okay.
That's why I like to buy men's shoes, because it makes my feet at least sound smaller.
True, good point.
She looks like the duck.
Right. Right.
You got duck paddles?
No, not hardly. I think Jason's got the biggest feet. He was 10 1/2.
There was a guy in the service with me one of the years back, one of my first enlistment. He had 12s or something. We called him Paddlefoot because when he walked, he sounded like the Queen Mary going down the
But they had fun finding boots for him.
Well, no, 'cause my first husband wore a 12 or 12 and a half.
Wow.
Yeah. And they never had shoes big enough for him, you know, like when they issued him shoes, good lord, then you have to go out and march and everything in them and they don't fit.
I bet that
Jeez,
hurt.
that's almost cruelty.
I wonder what size Demetrius wears.
I don't know.
14? Friend of ours, he's probably, what, 6, 7, 6, 5?
No, I don't think it's that tall.
Well, his mate, Trevor, always had to say his full name. He could never just say Demetrius. It was always Demetrius Papadopoulos. Just to prove that he
He's
could.
Greek.
Yeah.
Demetrius Papadopoulos.
Papadopoulos.
That sounds like you should be on Sesame Street.
Okay, so, if you want me to drive home, we need to get going, because I am tired.
Oh, boy.
I won't get up as early tomorrow, because I'm not sure if I'm gonna stay there and help. This morning I stayed and helped, because this is supposed to be for the youth group, but they're in school, so the adults were doing all the selling and stuff.
Oh.
You really don't have to be down there today because
Tomorrow.
they should be there tomorrow.
You should have had it in the summertime then when they weren't in school.
Well, this was the first available weekend that they could have it, with all the other stuff that's going on.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
This green looks like the same green you have in your house down in Okeechobee.
It's exactly the same color.
I thought so.
Yep.
So that guy that bought your house, he doesn't have an airplane in it.
No. They said he's very seldom ever there.
You buy the house.
Well, because the guy across the street is one of his friends.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And the guy across the street wanted the hangar. But he wouldn't buy the house to get the hangar, so he talked to his friend and find him the house.
House so he can use the hanger.
Use the hangar, yeah.
There's a different person in the house across the street than built the house, right?
Oh, no, that guy was crazy.
Yeah, he was.
Can't even remember his name now. He would buy things, but he never planned on ever making any payments on anything. So he would have like 4 new trucks a year because he'd trade one in on another one, and he never made any payments, so I don't know how he managed to do all this. And then they built that house, and somebody told me he had almost $500,000 in it, cause she kept changing her mind on what she wanted.
Yeah.
but then they finally sold it for $160 on auction.
Good grief, that's cheap.
Oh, yeah.
Price.
Wow.
Well, at least I found out how those auctions work, so in case I ever wanna buy a house, you know, if they're bidding against the bank.
Mhm.
Uh-huh.
Cause the other fellow, Tony, told me that, he bought the one then at the end of the runway, this Tony, cause, it was in, bankruptcy. And when he went down to bid on it, they told him that he was talking to this one fella who works for the banks. And he goes around to these auctions and they tell him exactly how much they'll pay for each property. So if he bids and he gets to that point and somebody bids even $2 more, then he has to stop and let them have it, cause he can only go to what they told him he can go to. So he was telling Tony about this, so when they got ready to bid on that house, Tony watched him and saw him bid like, you know, whatever it was, like 150, so Tony bid 151, and he got it.
Hmm.
So I didn't know that's how they did it, but that's how they do it.
Well, you know, this reverse mortgage thing,
Mhm.
we see these commercials on TV, and the people that are pushing the reverse mortgage are,
State senator.
Henry Winkler, who doesn't have to worry about stuff like that, because every time MacGyver shows or Happy Days shows, he gets residuals for that. Fred Thompson, who's a retired senator, and he was also an actor. Robert Wagner.
Yeah, come on.
These are three guys pushing that don't need reverse mortgage. So,
They probably don't even know what it really is.
yeah, I'm sure they do, because they talk about the details of it, but that just doesn't even sound right to me. You know,
Well,
you
you
get
know,
this reverse
Louise-
mortgage and the bank owns your house, and you can keep it until you die, and then the bank takes it. So what do your kids get? Nothing.
No, and if you take a loan out on it, then the kids have to pay the loan back.
Yeah,
Isn't that
So-
something?
yeah.
Cause Louise had decided she was going to, sell reverse mortgages. Somebody talked her into this.
Oh my goodness.
And, so when she found out she didn't even qualify for one, she decided, well, let's forget this.
Yeah, well, reverse
Okay.
mortgages is not.
Okay,
You-
well,
you don't get, you can
that's
only
it
get.
for the video.
There you are.
Oh, I gotta get up
Say-
to bed.
See you, Uncle Jim.
Yeah.